apart next. I think that would be the wise decision. Double damage on the Shadow Shaman. And let us see where the Dire is visualizing. Nope, wrong one. They actually have vision on the enemy team. Gonna spot the Windrunner and then the Vengeful Spirit as well. Just barely catching them with that ward placement. What about the Dire? What do they see? Not a whole lot right now. They did spot a couple heroes mid. They are looking for a kill. They definitely want to do a pusher. Now that they have that Aegis, that'll make a big difference. Windrunner are going to probably do a little bit of tanking here, or at least take some brunt of aggressiveness. And Night Stalker will clean up the Ancients. It's not nighttime is the problem. It's just about night. That'll make all the difference here. I'm kind of surprised they didn't necessarily think about Roshan, because Night Stalker did use his ultimate during the day. Maybe they just didn't notice. Poor Rockman. It's golems. And Stalker up 2800 capped out HP. Does he have a heart on the way? Holy crap, there's a lot of stuff. Yes, he does actually have a heart. At least that's a recipe. He probably needs another 400 gold to finish up that vitality booster. But they're going to spot gods on the mid lane. Apparently want him dead. Sentinel team pings on the Night Stalker. He will continue farming. He still needs 150 more. This creep wave will get him that. Assuming he last hits effectively, which he most definitely does. And there he goes. There's his heart finished. Probably needs the Illharder Tresk recipe all the way across. Oops. And do we have an Aghanims on... Yep, we do have an Aghanims on Enchantress. That's going to increase our attack range. And the pure damage increase, I think, goes up 25%. Yeah, it should shift up. I think it does 25%. Something... Oh no, this is already shifted, because I think it goes 10, 15, 20. Slardar has his BKB finish. This farm's been a little slower than some of his allies. If we look at the gold bar, we're still at a 4k disadvantage, which really isn't that much. That's like literally one item. Like the difference, Black King bar isn't even that much, or Black King bar is a little more expensive. Here comes the arrow. It's not going to land on anybody. They dodge it. Very nicely done. There's the minus armor debuff, the amp damage on the Windrunner. Slardar looking for initiation and dropping another amp damage. He's going to eat a power shot as well. The creep wave will be cleared over here. Tower taking a couple hits from the Night Stalker. He'll run in and out. And he is up to 3,300 HP. It's going to be very hard to kill now. Another power shot. And in the meantime, man, Weaver is just pushing this lane. They can't do this forever. If they can continue defending, they will eventually get a tower. Or a Rax. There's the Chainsaw on the Night Stalker. And the Focus Fire. They may have to do a push here. Vengeful Spirit out of position. Solely because he will be nether swapping on the enchant. I'm sorry, onto the Enigma. He's looking for a black hole. A lot of Black King bars up. Enchant going to go down. There's a huge black hole, but he is immediately swapped out. Very nicely done. And Slardar going head to head with the Night Stalker. Are they going to pick him off? They do actually get him. Trying to get the Windrunner as well, but he had Windrunner on. Pursuing now on a couple heroes. Weaver's in the fight. Picks up the Windrunner. That's going to be the Aegis. Probably going to score a kill on the Enchantress. He does go into the jungle though. Very nice juke by the Enchant. Keeps him alive. And Ancient Apparition gets a kill on Mirana down here. Very nicely done. Sentinel team wins a huge team fight. I can't believe it's 13-17. We're 41 minutes in. That's all the kills we've seen. It's less than 1 per minute. Very low. I think Weaver is going to be the reason the Sentinel team wins the game here. Let's look at our gold farm to see if we can get that fancy graph up. Nope, not that one. On that, and there we go. Gold per minute going on to the 3 heroes actually. Holy crap, we're going to catch Venge. Possibly kill the Enchantress as well. She's actually not healing at all. But not enough damage done. Gold per minute 400 on the Night Stalker. We're at just below 400 on the Weaver as well. And Shadow Shaman doing very good. Oops, that's not what I want. There we go, F4. How about that gold difference? Nope, those are items. There we go. Hasn't moved a whole bunch. Spiked a little bit, went back towards the Radiant. We'll see it after these towers are all gone though. Weaver with the Ultimate Orb next. He's actually going to go for a Manta next, which is actually pretty smart. Then you can Manta split out of the silence and the fear that the Night Stalker drops. tower will drop and they will back off. 14 to 17. And Slardar actually with the gem now stole that from that Night Stalker, looking for some runes or some wards actually. But little does he know there's virtually nothing on the map, and Enigma looks like he's going back to the jungle. He may end up farming that black hole, but pretty much, or I'm sorry, the Black King Bar, pretty much every fight is going to be Vengeful Spirit swapping him out. Almost every fight. He had a really great black hole, but Vengeful Spirit was absolutely ready for that, fulfilling her role very well. Windrunner going for the Lincolns next. A little surprising, but it suits her effectively. It's going to stop some disables. Even stopping something like a Malefice makes a big difference. More importantly, though, those Shadow Shaman disables, any one of these disabled by Lincolns is going to make a big difference in a team fight. Actually, Weaver does make a Lincolns. I'm sorry. He didn't make a Manta. Opted for the Lincolns. Very good decision. Also going to stop some disables. Scourge team doesn't have a ton of disables, so just removing one of those will make a difference. And the extra HP does give you damage as well. HP damage, more mana, good stuff like that. And the mana regen also very nice. Up to 2k HP now. He's doing very good. His farm is only going to increase here. And he's up to buyback range. I assume we can check that. Yeah, 1400. He's actually a little bit on the verge. Needs another 100 or 200 to be a guaranteed buyback. Because you always do lose gold as you get killed. There's the smoke on all the heroes. They definitely don't have vision of this. And I think it's pretty obvious where all of the dire heroes are. Slardar will most likely be initiating with follow-ups from the Enigma and the Shadow Shaman. Checking for the first spot. They're going to run into somebody. Will it be an illusion? It's going to be an illusion. Wondering, are they going to see it? They don't actually. This is good for them. They're continuing on their destination straight towards the enemy heroes that they can spot. They do see pretty much the entire enemy team is there. And is the smoke still active? It's going to be active for another couple seconds. They know where they're at. And here comes the initiation. They know it's a team fight. And there it is. Blinking on the Windrunner. Going immediately on her. Amp damage. She's going to die right off the bat. Does get swapped. Vengeful Spirit will be the next to drop. Enigma looking for a black hole. He's going to catch the Night Stalker in the Black King Bar. Venge is dead, so no swap on that. They may try on him. Disables on the Mirana is going to be next. Stun from Black Shaitan. Nukes on Enchantress. Enchantress will die as well. I think Sentinel team's going to win the game here. I would be way more excited. Like, I am literally really excited, but I can't scream. I'm sorry, guys. It's like 1:17 in the morning. I don't want my roommates to get really mad at me. But chasing down the Night Stalker, really, really great fight, I must say. Out of N9, that was really good. And the fact that they're coming back from this game where they're at a pretty big disadvantage, where everybody wasn't really farming super effectively the entire early game, and finally just really, really good team fights, good roaming, stuff like that, man. They're playing very good, I must say. Picking off the Windrunner first makes a big difference. The Lincolns was not enough. Might be better off with the Black King Bar on her. She probably would have gotten it off in time. If she would have gotten a BKB instead, and popped that before Slardar stunned her, that could have been the difference in the team fight. But we're going to see the racks drop. Still no wards on Shadow Shaman. He's on cooldown. Must use it on that top push, but they're going to lose the racks. May lose a double racks here. They may just swing top. I think that would be smart of them. Actually, nope, they're going to have to back out. 10-second cooldown on Priest of Moon, and that's a 5v5. And that's not worth trying to fight out. Night Stalker may pursue this. He's going to look for people. He's going to find the Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition stayed just a little bit too long. Wow, he's actually not going to get him. He assumed he was gone. Or was scared to run up the hill. An Ancient Apparition is going to get out just barely. Illusion. No Roshan. There's just one little town portal scroll, though. And a lot of gold on Shadow Shaman. Let's look at that graph now. There we go. Game finally equalized. It's going to jump up probably a little bit more if I recheck it in a second here. And Night Stalker will go on this illusion. Realize it's an illusion. Radiant team has to be careful. It's their game to lose now. And there we go, jumping up another. Look at that graph. Hopping by about 5,000 gold difference. Finally in their favor. They're in a kill advantage. They dropped a Rex. Their farm has been quite high. That's not what I want. I want F4. Gold per minute up to 400. 450 on the Weaver now. Gold just accelerating. earned 20k now. 50 minutes into the game. Ancient Apparition and the Venge, very equivalent. It's very interesting to look at that statistic. It's not something you normally have access to, so it's Dota 2, man. It's so awesome. 5k gold line Weaver, holy crap. That is so much. Bugs are going to scout out the Night Stalker. Basically, this is just control for the Roshan. There's the Aegis. Roshan just respawned, and there's going to be a cheese. Night Stalker may just do it solo. Both teams know what the stakes are. Smoke gets popped. They're actually going to swing around. They may go all the way around them. Scourge team will back up, and they may just team fight here. Here comes initiation. There's the stun. Second stun. The Black King Bar gets popped. We're going to see a black hole. Night Stalker immediately going on the Ancient Apparition. Looks kind of bad for him. Nice shackle on the Shadow Shaman and the Enigma. Enigma looking for a black hole. Still hasn't seen a perfect attempt. He still doesn't have a new level of black hole. Chain stunning on the Night Stalker. He has finally gotten disabled. We see a huge black hole. Going to catch the Windrunner and the Priest of the Moon and the Vengeful Spirit. Such a big black hole. But the mech's actually going to keep them all alive. God's a little stunned here. He's going to Dire Idol on. Enchanted will survive here. They drop the Vengeful Spirit. Night Stalker by his back. And we're still at a 5v4 situation. I think the Sentinel team's going to back off here. Weaver may opt to get a damage item over the heart. We will see. He's actually going to go for the axe. The Reaver finished. And they will pick off the Aegis, I think. Maybe. Enchant does have a creep in range, so they do have vision of this. But they may just try to engage the enemy team. They are still up 5v1. Mech gets popped, everybody's getting generally healed up. Gods is a little bit low. There's the stun. Going after the Windrunner. There's the chain stun. Windrunner will drop. Still doesn't have that Lincoln's finished. Very unfortunate. And there's a little bit of a push. A ulti's actually going to clear this out. Bam. It's going to make all the difference in the Roshan will be dropped immediately. Look at all that minus armor. 50 minutes on the clock. There's going to be a cheese available. Who will pick that up? It's going to be the Weaver. Yeah, cheese is a little bit better than a wand, I think. Or maybe they'll just sell it. I think Shadow Shaman trying to sell, maybe. Bottle gets dropped. A is going to hold on to that. Let's look at that gold graph. Bouncing even higher. 5k gold in the Sentinel's favor. Scourge team needed racks a long time ago here. Enigma like 200 gold away from getting his Black King Bar. Sentinel team swinging into the top lane. If they pick off a hero here, they are going to initiate stun once again on the Mirana. These Scourge heroes just keep getting picked off. Such good smoke usage. Going after the Night Stalker next. He may be forced to use a Black King Bar. Yeah, there it is. Used. Amp damage going through that BKB. Will they get the stun off? It's about to run off. Here comes, and there's the first stun. Here comes the second follow-up. So many blinks on the Sentinel team. They're doing so good. Even going to see a swap. Midnight Pulse dropped. And are we going to see a black hole out of Gods? He doesn't have the mana, and he's on cooldown. Weaver gets a kill. Going next on the Night Stalker. Stun actually misses from the Slardar, but they may chase him down. There's the Hex. I'm sorry, the Net. He gets picked off. Gem on the ground. That's a second gem, and the Scourge team calls a GG finally. Night Stalker frustrated. But I think Sentinel team played a very, very good defensive game. Definitely deserved their win there. Awesome stuff, I must say. Very good team fights. Very long game. Very even kills. Fun to watch. Really good coordination coming out of N9. I was really happy with that. Nether wards, or Serpent wards on the ground. And the last towers will finish initiating on the Windrunner. A ulti. Man, the nukes are so big. Windrunner is just absolutely vulnerable to that AA ulti. Isn't able to mech. Less survivability. And what a good game, guys. Awesome stuff. Alright, cool. Alright, thank you for watching on the VODs. Wow, we have a lot of people watching. 453, hot damn. So stay tuned for just a second. I'm going to figure out if I have time enough to cast the second game of the set. Hopefully so. Don't go anywhere, guys. This is N9 versus LNX.